Boffy and the teacher eater. Boffy Brown was 6 years old. He was rather small, rather thin, with large glasses and a pale, serious face. He wanted more than anything to be an inventor. "You can't be one until you're grown up," said his father. "But I'm a genius," Boffy pointed out. "Yes," said his mother. "I'm afraid he is." Boffy's mother found living with a genius very difficult. Didn't she stand his tea time when it's only breakfast time? They built things with biscuits instead of just eating them. They always used a long watch. Mrs. Brown put the dinner in on early, but she wanted to start her spring cleaning. Soon the kitchen was full of buckets and mops and dusters. "There must be a quicker way to clean the room," said Boffy. And he went to his workshop behind the bucket. In no time at all, he made a large, funny-looking machine. It had a hole in one end and a plastic sack in the other, and held together rubber tubes. "What is it?" asked Mrs. Brown, as Boffy approached in the doorway with a new invention. "As the cell, of course." And before Mrs. Brown could stop him, he had switched it on. "It could work," said Boffy, and the oven-nosed round Mrs. Brown squealed, "Stop! Stop! Stop!" Thrown as the mops rolled up, and jar of marmalade followed by cups, saucers, and then a table. Boffy was delighted because not all his inventions did work. It moved near to the cooker. Let's fill over pans and up to the potatoes and rubber beans. They slid it down tubes, potatoes, and took to the body water. Last of all, oven doors smothered and the shot were roast. "You're a disgrace," for the Boffys. "You go straight to your room and never stay there," said his father that evening. "I'm sorry," said Boffy. It was hard being so clever. For a whole week, Boffy behaved himself. He gave his dusted extractor to the dustman. He left it in the garden and counted the bees. Mr. and the began to worry. "Do you think we should have been so cross with Boffy?" they said to each other. "If only he wouldn't something small." The next day, Boffy went to school. He was in class 4. Because of being so clever, he should have been in class 1. But the teacher did not want him. He kept correcting her. Mr. Green is class 4, have been to university, so he knew 1 or 2 things Boffy did not. Today, Mr. Green wasn't bad. He threw a piece of chalk at her when it was made all the children stay in playtime. He even made Jenny Green cry. "He is horrible, horrible," she sobbed. "Don't cry, Jenny," said Boffy. "I have an idea. Tomorrow you'll have nothing to worry about." After tea, he went to his shed behind the cabbage patch, and he bent and he hummed. And he locked the shade, kissed his parents goodnight, and went to bed. His mother head was quite worn up. Next morning, Boffy took his new invention with him to school. "Ooh, what's that?" asked the children gathering around. "It's a teacher eater," explained Boffy. The teacher eater was very large. It was a sort of cross between a robot and a dragon. It was made mostly of tin. And Emodus had painted a big smile because he didn't want to frighten Jenny. "Ooh, he's super, Boffy," she said. Boffy kept the teacher eater hidden under a pile of coats out of playtime. Then he held it out to class 1. The teacher eater crumbled across the floor and swallowed the teacher. "Hooray!" she got the teacher. The boys looked at the teachers racing around the rooms. They clapped their hands and shouted angrily. Then the teacher took a liking to our teacher. Red stockings, the last of children's Mon Dieu! Gasped the French teacher. But he had no time to show more before he was swallowed too. The terrible machine rolled down the corridor, hungry for more. He charged here and there, darting down the machine, and still there's not a single one. Boffy put his invention in a big cupboard and locked the door. Well, children, back to the classrooms. Everyone did as they thought. We're happy to have Boffy as the new headmaster. Boffy went to the headmaster's study and sat down to think. The next day, all the children went to school early. With Boffy as the headmaster, they expected to spend the morning playing games and afternoon painting or messing around. But Boffy had been thinking. He pinned up a large notice in the hall. It read, first lesson, sounds. Second lesson, handwriting. Third lesson, science. Fourth lesson, serious talk by Boffy. Sign, Boffy, the headmaster. What about playtime? Said Simon, good buddy, out in the morning. Work is more important, said Boffy sternly. But you're not working, said Simon. You're just sitting in my headmaster's office. Of course, that's what headmasters do. You can stay in after school. Then a dreadful thing happened. They didn't let him, did not arrive. She heard about Teacher Eater and was too afraid to come. So the children had no dinner, and Jenny began to cry. I'm hungry, Boffy, she wailed. So are we, said Johnny and Kid, and they began to cry too. And your lessons are too hard. I can't do them. Neither can I. Soon the whole school was wailing and moaning. Whoa, whoa, I wish she was back, sniffed Jenny. I wish he was. Boffy was cross. You just can't please some people. At that moment, the door opened, and it stared at Boffy's father. Now then, son, where's the Teacher Eater? Boffy unlocked the cupboard. The Teacher Eater gleamed in electric light. Right, said Mr. Brown, pulling out the machine. Now I got an invention. It's not a new one, but it does work. There's a tin opener. Then gradually Mr. Brown cut a large hole in Teacher Eater's bag. Out rolled in the teacher, when our teacher, then you will walk, the French teacher, and finally the headmaster himself. They sat in a heap on the floor, looking dazed and crumpled. They couldn't think where it had been all day. And the headmaster thought of the teacher and remembered. He turned very pale. Will they have holiday today? Good afternoon, children. Hooray, hooray, the children cheered. Mr. Brown led his son home. Oh, disgrace, he said. And you go to straight without tea or supper, and you will never invent anything ever again. Until I'm grown up, anyway, said Boffy. When Mr. Brown laughed really loudly, ha ha, and Mrs. Brown laughed, ha ha ha, and I thought how lucky we were after all to have a genius in our family. And now all the other moms and thought how lucky we were that we did not.